圣纳尔马哈去讲述关于那个 Krishna 的奉爱的一些讨论的内容。
Could you understand from the tape? Could you understand what he was saying?
刚刚你们看的那个声音清不清楚，或者听不听得明白？你们看不懂，听不听得到吗？在那个短片里边，可以哈。OK。
So, I have traveled myself. I have traveled with Srila Narayan Maharaj for about now 11 years, all over the world, many countries.
马哈什呢本身呢，他自己和我们的师父森达尔马哈什，他们环游这个世界差不多已经10几年了，10万年了。
And I have seen him present Krishna consciousness to many different types of people.
他看到亲眼见证呢，就圣达尔马哈什呢，他把这个 Krishna 知觉然后带给了很多不同的种类的人的。
He has traveled to South America, North America, Europe, Russia.
澳洲、南美、北美，还有欧洲、苏联等等很多的国家，他都亲自去到了。
And only one continent he has not been, Africa.
Africa.
Yeah. This is Asia. He has come here. He has come to Hong Kong and Taiwan. But only one continent. You know, continent. Africa he has not gone.
只有一个大陆他没有去到的，就是那个非洲大陆。
But now we have devotees preparing the field there, and in the near future we will.
当然，也有我们的那些那个奉献者也准备去他的这个非洲的大那块土地。
So in every country around the world, there are people of different races, people of different cultures, different languages, all so many differences.
就是来自全世界各种不同种族、文化背景、宗教的人很多的。
Even within countries,
甚至在同一个国家，甚至在同一个国家都有不同的背景的人士。
This is the nature of Krishna's material creation, that it has so much variety.
这个就是 Krishna 的创造，它有的特别之处就是有很多不同的种类，这是 Krishna 的创造来的。
But underneath these external features, all these external differences, the soul is exactly the same, fundamentally always the same.
但是呢，虽然是这样的不同但是有一点是相同的，大家的灵魂是相同的。
So, a pure devotee of self-realized soul, like our Srila Gurudev, he is talking to the soul level of people directly.
所以一个自我觉悟的灵魂，就像我们的Srila Gurudev 一个自我的觉悟的灵魂，他是给那些灵魂在讲话的，他是给灵魂在沟通的。
He is not concerned about the external, particular conditioning that the soul has.
他不是给那个灵魂外在呈现的东西在沟通，他不是的，他是给灵魂。
Because these are all coverings. These are layers of material covering over our soul.
因为那个灵魂的外在只是一个衣服来的，一个掩盖的东西来的，是把我们的灵魂盖起来了。
But a self-realized soul, he sees beyond.
但是一个自我觉悟的灵魂，它会超越这些，超越外在的一些感官，一些外在的覆盖，它会进入里面去的。
Because first of all, he has realized his own soul.
首先呢，因为是他本身自己已经觉悟他自己的灵魂了，他已经有觉悟了。
And he understands perfectly well that this bag of bones, flesh, stool, urine, this is not myself.
所以呢，他完全的明白的知道了这个躯体血肉之躯呢，只不过是这个不是真的我们来的。
So he is a fully awakened soul.
他是完全苏醒的，完全已经苏醒的一个灵魂了。
And his only business,
这只是他的，这是唯一他所要
his
做的
only
事。
business in this world is to also awaken all the other souls.
所以他在这个世界上，他唯一的他只会做的一个事，就是去唤醒其他的灵魂了，把其他的灵魂也会唤醒，让他们苏醒过来，唤醒过来。
So when such a person speaks,
所以当一个这样的人说话的时候呢，
wait until I finish my sentence. When such a person speaks, then because he's realized what he's telling, it penetrates very deeply into the heart of the listener.
所以他本身就是一个觉悟的灵魂，所以他当他说话的时候呢，他就会很深深的打进去了，把这些话打进我们这里面去了。
And if the listener has a good mood to receive the message, then it is possible that their soul can begin to awaken.
所以当然呢，就是说聆听者，如果你聆听者，你是当时你聆听的时候，你是在处于一个比较是良好的那个状况之下的话呢，他的话呢，然后就会打进去，然后呢，你的灵魂呢就会苏醒的，就会听的。
So, in the human society, there are also many different levels of development, spiritual development amongst the human beings.
在人类的社会呢，或者人类的架构呢，当然是有不同层次的那个灵修的那个层次的，有不同的。
Everyone is taking birth in this world according to our previous karma from previous lifetimes.
我们今生所得的，就是我们前世所做的了。
So in previous lives, some souls, they became more advanced because of their spiritual endeavor. They became more advanced spiritually than other souls. Therefore, they also take birth in a higher situation.
因为有些人呢，因为他前生他修过行哈，所以他今生呢，他在出生的时候呢，他就会出生一个比较灵性层次比较高层的一个状况的。
So their consciousness is less covered by material consciousness.
所以呢，他这种人呢，他的那个知觉哈，就是他的知觉呢就比较高一点，就是意味就是说，他受这个物质的覆盖呢就比较少一点。
And when such persons hear the pure message from the lips of a self-realized soul, they immediately respond and they say, yes, yes, I want to accept this, I want to follow this. Because they are already a little bit awakened.
所以呢，当一些他前生有修行过的人的话呢，所以他呢就是受那个物质的覆盖比较低一点。所以如果他有机会听一个完全觉悟的灵魂、解脱的灵魂讲这些话语的时候呢，然后他呢就很容易呢就会苏醒了，或者容易就有反应了，然后他就会想，哦，这个就是我要接受的一个师父了，或者我要跟随的一个灵性导师了，他就会有这种反应的。
So that is because of the endeavor from their previous life.
这个是因为你为什么会有这样的感觉啊，或者反应呢？是因为你的前生的修行啊，是前世的。
So in Bhagavad Gita,
在《般若梵歌》里这样说。
in the 6th chapter,
第6章
Krishna explains.
Krishna 在说到。
He explains to Arjuna the pathway of yoga.
Krishna 向Arjuna 在解释到关于那个瑜伽的那个道路哈。
There, he is speaking about Ashtanga yoga. Ashtanga. I will explain. Just tell the word Ashtanga yoga.
然后他就介绍了什么叫 Ashtanga 瑜伽的 Ashtanga 瑜伽。
Ashta
Ashtanga
means 8.
就是8。
Anga means parts or limbs.
就是纲的意思就是部位的意思，部位的意思。
So in the yoga system that was practiced for thousands of years, there are 8 different levels, 8 different parts of that system called Ashtanga yoga.
那么这个是上千年的历史的了，就是修行瑜伽是有8个步骤的，所以我们叫8步瑜伽。
That system, Ashtanga yoga, it is a bona fide system given in the Vedas.
这8步瑜伽呢是使徒传系的，是在委托经典里面是教导的。
And there were very great realized yogis who had practiced that system and they became self-realized.
如果那些瑜伽大师他们是跟随这个八部瑜伽的练习的话呢，他们就会得到一个自我，就会得到自我的解脱了。
In the Vedas, there are hundreds and thousands of such realized yogis that are mentioned.
在这个委托的文化里边呢，委托的经典里面，数以百计、数以千计的已经觉我解脱的灵魂，他们是有对这方面是有认识的，是他们的那个经验来的。
And there are literatures which explain in detail how to practice that system of yoga.
然后在这些瑜伽大师他们的那个作品之中呢，他们也详细的解释，然后或者是详细的描述，怎么去修这个程序的。
So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explained that system to Arjuna in very brief, in very synopsis form.
不过呢，是在《摩羯梵歌》里面呢 ，Krishna 向阿朱呢解释关于这一个部分的时候呢，只是讲了一点点的，很少的。
And he explained that you should go to the forest.
然后他就说，你应该去到那个森林里。
You have to find a secluded place in the forest where it is very quiet.
你要去到一个森林里，然后找一个非常非常的肃静的地方。
You have to go next to a river.
然后这个地方，首先第一个条件要靠近河边。
And you have to be completely alone.
然后你一定还要独身的一个人。
Then you have to find a place which is level next to the river.
然后近小河边。
Not slanted, it has to be level.
还有就是要高出那个河啊一点点出来的。
Then you have to lay a type of grass called kusha grass on the ground.
然后你要在那个河边那个河床上呢，要长着一种小草，那个小草的名字他刚刚念了，我不知道哈，是一种小草。
Then you have to cover that kusha grass with a deer skin.
然后呢，你要在那个小草上铺一个鹿皮啊，小鹿的鹿皮，铺在那个小草上。
Because in this way, insects, wild animals like this, they'll not come near that place.
因为这样的话呢，那些昆虫啊，还有那个老虎啊，还有那些就是那些小动物啊，它们就不会跑过来的。
Then you have to put a soft cloth on top of that.
然后在你那个鹿皮上，你就再铺一层那个布啊，就是棉布。
Now Krishna describes how you will have to sit down on that soft cloth, very straight back, head, neck, and back completely straight.
然后 Krishna 在介绍，这样的话呢，你才可以坐在那个垫子上，而坐在那个垫子上，你的坐姿呢，你的身体、你的胳膊啊，你的后面的那个骨头哈，全部都是要垂直的。
You'll have to sit in the lotus asana
然后
position.
你要打金光莲花座的。
He said you'll have to sit down very firmly without moving.
然后你坐的时候呢，是完全不能动弹的，一点的移动都不能动的。
Now you will have to focus your vision. Your eyes will be half closed and looking at the tip of the nose.
然后你做的时候，你的眼睛怎么样？你的眼睛是半闭开，不是完全闭上，它是半闭。但是你的所有的视线完全是看到你的鼻子的尖的，就是这样看着你的鼻子尖的，所有的视线全部集中在这个鼻子尖点上的。
Then you will begin to control your breathing process.
然后就开始控制你的呼吸了，呼吸的程序了。
Your incoming breath and your outgoing breath.
你的呼和吸。
Many different types of exercises.
因为那个呼和吸有很多种的练习的，不同的很多的。
And in this way, you will have to focus on the soul within and also the super soul, the Pabmanabha. You have to fix your whole concentration on the soul and the super soul.
然后呢，把所有你的全神贯注的所有的集中力，就集中在你的灵魂，还有超灵。
Now, in this brief explanation that I've just given to you, Krishna very briefly explained that yoga system.
就这么一点点，其实 Krishna 就解释这个关于瑜伽的一些练习的一点点，很概略性的解释了一点点。
He did not explain all the different steps, step by step.
但是 Krishna 呢，没有解释到每一个详细的步骤，他没有解释。
But the first step, there are eight different steps.
这8步的其中的开始的第一步，
Yama,
首先是 yama，
okay, I'll just tell. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi.
8步哈，跟梵文讲的。
Krishna did not explain there all. He only explained when someone has already become very qualified, then they can do that.
首先 ，Krishna 刚刚讲了这个8步瑜伽嘛，8步瑜伽 Krishna 其实都没有解释，只是说解释一个人怎么有资格开始他的8步瑜伽的第一步，就说怎么有。
He began explaining from the third step, not the first step.
他解释只是从第3步开始啊。
Yama, niyama, asana. Asana means hatha yoga.
asana 的意思就是体位法，就是hatha yoga， 就是
But that's the third step.
这是第3步 ，Krishna 只是讲这第3步。
What about the first and second steps?
第1步、第2步他没有解释的 ，Krishna 没有在国家解
Yama
释。
and niyama.
Yama 和 niyama。
Yama means completely controlling your mind and your senses.
Yama 就是说完全的控制到你的思想和你的感官的，思想和感官你是完全已经控制了的。
Niyama.
然后 niyama 呢
Niyama means following
然后
so many different rules and regulations.
niyama 的意思就是说完全的跟随所有的规章制度，所有的规矩、清规戒律，你完全跟随了。
Vegetarian,
素食
celibacy,
遵守
completely.
遵守完全的遵守，一点想法性生活都没有的。
Eating very little,
只吃一点点，
not sleeping much.
不会睡得太多。
Practicing hours and hours every day of asanas.
然后每天练数以几个小时的阿桑那，就是体位法。
And this is only the beginning
这个
of
才
the
是个开
process.
始来的，程序的开始来的。
So, this very, very rigorous, very difficult system, when Arjuna heard about this from Krishna,
当阿君呢从Krishna 的那个口中听到这些的时候，
and this was 5,000 years ago,
那是5000年前，我别忘了。
when the human beings were much more qualified to
那个
practice this.
那个时候的人呢，就是品德还是比较善良的，条件比较好的。
But at that time Arjuna said, "Oh Krishna, what you've just described to me seems very impractical."
然后那时候阿君呢已经像 Krishna 这样说的哦 ，Krishna 你给我说的这些好像一点都不切实际的。他说你给我说的这些不切实际。
I don't think that I would be able to endure, I would be able to tolerate such practice.
然后阿君呢说，我不认为我真的可以能够有这种耐力去做得到的。
Then he said, because to control the mind, this is very, very difficult.
阿君呢说，因为要控制这个思想啊，非常非常的艰难的。
He said, controlling the mind, it's like trying to control the wind.
他说，你想控制思想，不是等于想控制这个像风一样吗？想控制那个云风一样的吗？
Wind is constantly blowing here and there. Is it possible to capture that and control it?
这个风啊，飘来飘去的，云来走去的，你能控制它吗？
So, Arjuna gave this objection to this very difficult system.
然后那个阿君呢，就为这个这么艰难的那个程序就提出一些意见嘛。
And then Krishna said, it is true that this system that I've described is very difficult. He said, but it is possible.
然后 Krishna 就说，没错，我说的这些方法、这些程序呢是很艰难的，但还是有点机会的，还是有点可能的。
How is it possible?
怎么可能呢？
By constantly practicing and also by detaching yourself from everything.
首先呢，就是说完全的不要依附你自己的一切，然后呢，很久很久的练习，不要依附你很久的练习这2点。
Now, here's the question for us.
然后问题就来到我们这里了哈。
if 5,000 years ago Arjuna was not able to practice this system, then how will we be able to practice it in this modern day with all cities and all of these other, and the way our bodies have become so weakened in Kali Yuga?
如果像在5000年前，连 Krishna 他都连Arjuna 他都不可能去觉得这是一个很艰难的程序给他去练习，何况相对我们身处今时今日的这个现在的社会我们本身的身体也不是像以前这么强壮，环境完全都改变了，我们又怎么去跟随那么复杂、那么艰难的那个程序去练习呢？
So how will it be possible for us to practice?
对我们是怎么是可能性的东西呢？
The fact is, it is not possible.
事实上，真的是不可能啊。
You may find one or two in the Himalayan mountains who, from their early childhood, they learned this system in their practice.
可能我们会找得到，但是非常非常罕有、非常非常极少的那些在喜马拉雅山，但是他一出下来没多久，他已经开始练这个程序了，就有点可能了，就可能只能是那些在喜马拉雅山的那些
Everyone else will not be able to do it.
但是绝对大部分的人是不可能就是用这个程序去修炼的。
They can practice the first steps of this yoga system.
他们可以就是念这个从那个瑜伽的那个程序的第一步开始。
Because as we saw, Srila Gurudev told, yes, it is okay. You can practice some hatha yoga, some exercise, some asanas for your health. You can practice.
就像 Srila Gurudev 在台湾对那些瑜伽教练所说的，没问题的，你可以念那些体位法的瑜伽的体位法，你可以叫 hatha yoga， 你可以念的。
He said, but you will never realize God through that.
但是如果纯粹只是念这个 hatha yoga 体位法的话，你永远都不可能。
You'll never realize your soul. And you'll never become happy.
首先，你永远不可能会认识神，然后呢，你也不可能对你自己的灵魂有觉悟，然后你永远不可能会得到快乐的。
Because that system is not possible to practice for us.
因为那个程序对我们来说是不可能的了。
It was meant for previous yuga.
因为就是在国家法跟讲的那个程序的话，是不是现今我们这个年代练习的，是以前的那个年代的，我们这个叫卡利年代、铁器的年代，是以前年代的人练的。
But in Kali Yuga, very difficult.
因为在卡利年代的话是非常非常艰难的。
Because our life duration is very short.
因为首先人的寿命是相对来说是很短暂的。
The strength of our bodies is much less.
我们身体的本身的那种力量已经减弱了。
Memory very short.
你的记忆很多人是很比较衰退的、衰弱的。
And the atmosphere of the world is very polluted.
然后周边的那个环境的那个非常非常的受污染啊。
Not only the air.
不是说空气污染那么简单。
And the water.
还有水。
Filled with all kinds of chemicals and pollutants.
水、空气啊，所有的很多都是已经化学的污染很厉害的。
But even the ether
因为甚至这个
is impure from all the impure sound vibrations.
然后因为还有这个以太这个大环境也跟着这些声音啊，这些那个声震啊，也是受污染的了。
So, what to do?
所以你能够做什么呢？
Well, there is some very good news.
不过有个好消息的。
What is the good news?
好消息是什么呢？
Oh, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has descended in Navadvip to save all the souls.
然后主柴太亚马哈布布就显现和降临在那个 Navadvip 这个地方来救所有的众生和灵魂嘛。
He was the greatest of all spiritual masters.
他是最伟大的灵性导师。
The greatest of all yogis.
最伟大的瑜伽师。
The greatest of all ascetics, people who practice austerities.
最伟大的那个苦行僧啊。
The greatest of all scholars.
最伟大的学者。
And the greatest of all devotees.
是最伟大的奉献者。
Because he is the Supreme Lord himself.
因为他是至尊主本人。
So there's no one as great as him.
所以没有人比他更伟大了。
And when he came,
当他来到的时候呢
he gave the process
他就给我们一个程序
for everyone
给任
in
何一个
Kali
人
Yuga to be delivered from this endless ocean of birth and death.
他就给了一个程序，给所有这个我们现在每一个在这个大理年代的人，曾经在这个苦海无边的人，给一个那个道路和一
He
个
gave the
程序。
process that is very easy and simple,
他这个程序和方法非常简单的，
very sublime, very happy process,
而且是蛮开心的，
not difficult to
不
practice,
是很难去修行的，
filled with joy,
然后充满快乐的，
but very powerful.
但是非常有力量的，
It will purify us.
可以净化我们的，
It will awaken our soul.
唤醒我们的灵魂，
And it will bring our soul to the very highest destination.
然后把我们的灵魂带回到最高最高的居所。
So that is the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
这个就是主柴丹亚马哈巴布的仁慈
that he has given the process of Nam Sankirtan,
他就给到了这个齐众圣名的这个运动，
chanting the holy names of Krishna,
念诵主的圣名，
especially this Maha Mantra,
特别是这个伟大的曼陀罗
16 words.
，16个字，
He himself chanted this and taught all of his associates
他
to
自己
chant.
念诵这个，而且叫所有其他的人也跟随他。
And actually this 16-word mantra is in all the Vedas.
所以其实这16个的曼陀罗的，这包含了16个字的，全部是在曼陀罗里，在那个尾头。
But he empowered this mantra. In this age of Kali, he gave special power to this mantra.
只是他在这个特别的卡利年代的话，他在这16个字的曼陀罗里边，他加重量，就是加注了一个很强的力量在里边的。
And by chanting this mantra in the age of Kali, it will bring you to Goloka Vrindavan.
通过唱诵这个伟大的曼陀罗的话，就可以把你带回去狗卢克本达文的了。
It will develop Krishna Prem in your heart.
然后在你的心中发展对 Krishna 的奉爱，
This is the greatest gift.
这个是最伟大、最伟大的。
No one else ever gave this before.
没有人像从历史来讲是没有人给到
But
这个。
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made it available for all.
然后只是主柴太阳马哈伯伯就是给到了众生的每一个人。
All that you have to do
我们所可以做的，
is simply accept from him
你就是接收就可以了。
with a humble heart
抱着一个谦卑的心去
this
接
Maha
受，
Mantra
接受这个伟大的曼陀罗，
and chant every day,
然后每天念诵，
all day.
每天。
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you go on chanting,
如果你坚持的念诵的话，
you will reach perfection.
你会得到完美的，
It is certain.
肯定的，
It is only a matter of time.
只是需要时间的问题而已。
And you have to learn how to live your life, avoiding sinful activities.
然后我们要学习就是生活要避免一切的罪恶的活动，我们要学习这一点。
Because if you do sinful activities, it will counteract the effect of the mantra.
如果你做一些罪恶的活动的话呢，然后呢就有反应了，
It is like trying to start a fire,
就像你生火一样，
and then you're pouring some drops of water all the time on the fire.
就像你生火的时候，同时的话你就不停的倒一点水进来啊。
Maybe the fire will not go out fully, but it cannot grow big.
虽然那个火不会熄灭，但是火肯定不会烧得很大的。
So therefore Mahaprabhu told,
所以马哈伯不这样说，
give up your sinful life.
放弃我们的罪恶活动。
Don't kill animals.
首先不要斩杀动物，
Don't eat their dead bodies.
不要吃他们的死尸，
Don't take intoxications.
不要吃一些麻醉的东西，
Don't involve yourself in illicit sex.
不要去做一些就是非法的性生活，
And don't gamble.
不要赌博，
These four.
就这4种。
If someone follows these four
如果有人跟从这4个原
and
则
they
的话，
chant Hare Krishna,
然后他们念这个曼陀罗的时候，
their life will become purified.
他们的生命会得到完美的。
And all the food that they eat,
他们吃的东西呢，
offer it to Krishna.
首先供奉给 Krishna 先。
And when you chant Hare Krishna,
当你念诵 Krishna 的时候，
pray like a child,
就像一个小孩样，
calling for mother, oh mother, oh mother, Hara, oh mother, oh Krishna.
就像一个小孩样，叫做妈妈妈妈，你就像小孩样叫做 Krishna Krishna，就用这种心态
Because
去
Krishna
对，
is in your heart.
因为 Krishna 是在你的心中的
And Krishna is your real father and your real mother.
，Krishna 是你真正的父亲和母亲。
And Radha is
Radha
the supreme energy of Krishna.
Radha 呢，就是 Krishna 至尊的能量来的。
And she helps us to approach Krishna.
是 Radha 来帮助我们去接近 Krishna 的。
So therefore this Hare Krishna,
所以 Hare
it
Krishna
is Radha and Krishna.
就是 Radha 和 Krishna。
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Always Radha and Krishna are
经
there.
常都是 Krishna 和 Radha 和 Krishna 的。
And all of their beauty,
所有他们的美丽，所有
their
他们
qualities,
他们的品格，
their beautiful
他们
forms,
的形象，
their beautiful sweet
他
pastimes.
们美丽的逍遥时光，
Everything is within the Hare Krishna.
每一样东西全部都在这个伟大的 Mahamantra 里边的。
So, Mahaprabhu is Radha and Krishna combined.
所以呢主财太爷马哈宝宝他就是 Radha 和 Krishna 的合体来的。
And therefore, he gave this Maha Mantra to all of us.
所以呢，是他们把这个 Mahamantra 给到众生的，给到每一个人的。
And Srila Prabhupada, he came and brought this to all the countries of the world.
圣帕布帕把这个带到全世界任何一个角落、一个国家。
And then he requested when he was leaving that Srila Narayan Raj should continue to help his disciples.
所以当圣帕布帕隐居的时候，他特别的要求圣南尔玛哈去帮他记述这个使命。
Why did he ask Srila Narayan Raj to
为
help?
什么他要求那个圣南尔玛哈
Because
去帮他呢？
Srila Prabhupada understood that he is a pure devotee of Krishna.
因为圣帕布帕知道圣南尔玛哈去是 Krishna 的一个纯粹奉献者。
And he is a pure, realized soul.
他是一个纯粹的自我觉悟的灵魂。
Therefore, he can give this help to all of the devotees throughout the world.
所以呢，他才有这个资格和能力呢，把这个呢带给所有的全世界那些奉献者。
So, therefore, Srila Narayan Maharaj has traveled length and breadth of the world,
所以圣南尔玛哈许呢，他是这样的，就是遍游了全世界去帮助所有的
trying
众
to
生，
help all souls.
帮助所有的众生。
He is also sending his preachers here and there.
同时，圣南尔玛哈许也另派了他，就是派了他自己的一些门徒啊，一些
And
弟子啊。
he is writing books every day
圣南尔玛哈许他每天都要那个写书的，
to give these very, very high and very confidential teachings.
他把他自己的很高的、很机密的一些教导啊写在里
These
面。
books are the life and soul of the Vaishnavas.
圣南尔玛哈许写的这些书啊，就是一些我们奉献者或者瓦斯拉瓦的生命和灵魂来的。
And everything, all knowledge that we need is in his books.
我们所需要的所有的一切，所有的一些知识，就在圣南尔玛哈写的那些书里边。
Srila Prabhupada, we also accept all of his books.
我们完全接受所有圣帕布帕所写的任何的一本书，我们是完全接受的。
But Prabhupada wanted to also translate many other books, but he didn't have time.
但是呢，因为当时圣帕布帕那个时间不太多，所以还有很多书他本身想去翻译的，但是都没有时间去做了。
So Srila Narayan Raj is translating those books for us.
所以圣南尔玛哈就是记述帕布帕这个使命和这个愿望，把其他他没有翻译的书全部翻译出来。
And he is explaining them.
然后不但翻译出来，他还要解释出
Without the
来。
explanation of a pure devotee, we cannot understand it.
如果没有一个纯粹奉献者的解释的话，我们看不懂这些经典的，你看不明白的。
So very fortunate to meet a pure devotee of Krishna.
所以我们是非常的幸运，能够见到 Krishna 一个纯粹的奉献者，很幸运，非常幸
All
运。
of you are very fortunate
我们在座的真的很幸运，
because you have met such pure devotees.
因为你有机会见到一个这么纯粹的奉献者。
Maybe physically you have not met,
虽然可能在身体上你们还没有见过他哈，
but in your heart you have met him.
但在你的心中可能你已经
And
见
you
到
will
他，
meet him more and more.
然后你会见到他更多更多。
Yes. So we should know what are the teachings of Krishna.
我们要知道 Krishna 的教导，
This will make our life perfect.
这样的话会令到我们的生命会得到完美的。
So at the end of that chapter, chapter 6,
在第6章的结束的时候，
Bhagavad Gita,
在国家梵歌，
Bhagavad Gita.
国家梵歌，
So there, Krishna told Arjuna
Krishna 就这样对阿朱那说
that in all circumstances, you should always be a yogi.
，Krishna 在说，在任何情况之下，你都要成为一个瑜伽师。
But there are different types of yogis.
但是有很多不同种类的瑜伽师，
And it is my opinion that you should be the highest yogi.
但是我的认为的话，你应该成为最高的瑜伽师。
And then Krishna explained in the final verse of that chapter what is the highest yogi.
然后在最后的那一节的话 ，Krishna 就解释什么是最高的瑜伽师。
Yoginam api sarvesham madgatenantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yo mam same yuktatamo mataha. He said, out of all yogis, yoginam api sarvesham, amongst all yogis,
在众多的瑜伽师之中，哈，
madgate antaratmana, that person who has made me, Krishna, the ultimate goal of his life.
如果那个瑜伽师他是让我成为他的最高的目标，
Who is worshipping me
然后崇拜我，
from the core of his heart.
他的内心心灵的深处去崇拜我，
Antaratmana. Within his heart, he's worshipping me.
在心中，在他的内心森林的深处去崇拜他。
Shraddhavan bhajate yo mam. With very great faith, Shraddha.
然后用着很坚强的信心 ，Shraddha。
That yogi, same yuktatama matama. He is the topmost, intimately connected with me in yoga.
然后在这个瑜伽的信息，这种人呢，他和我是最亲密的关系了。
So now Krishna has begun to describe what is bhakti yoga.
然后呢 ，Krishna 就开始解释了什么叫奉爱瑜伽了 ，Bhakti Yoga。
Bhakti yoga means to worship Krishna with great love and affection.
Bhakti Yoga 奉爱瑜伽就是去服务 Krishna， 怀着很大的爱心去服务 Krishna。
If someone worships Krishna with love and affection, then automatically they will surpass all the other yoga systems.
知道吗？如果一个人是怀着爱和情感去服务 Krishna 的话，他会超越所有其他的瑜伽体系的，他会成为最高的。
Yes. And they will attain the highest destination.
他们一定会达到最高的目标的。
Everything is described in Bhagavad Gita.
其实所有的一切都是在国家梵课已经解释了。
So that was the end of the 6th chapter.
那个是第六章的那个结尾哈。
Then for the next 6 chapters, middle 6 chapters of the whole Bhagavad Gita, Krishna describes what is bhakti yoga.
然后 Krishna 就在整本书的中间吧，是第6节还是第6章哈，他就解释什么叫奉爱瑜伽 Bhakti Yoga。
So that is the main teaching of Bhagavad
这个就是国家梵歌的主要的教导。
Gita. And I told you the other evening in the story of Prahlad Maharaj,
之
what are
前
the 9 processes of bhakti.
在之前我讲的那个帕拉达大军的故事，就是关于9种的奉爱服务，
Do you remember
还记得吗？9种的奉爱服
that
务，
I told you? The 9 processes of
9种
bhakti?
的奉爱服务，还记不记得？
隐藏名声，
chanting, hearing,
无声吧，
worshiping,
Chanting about what? Hearing about what?
吟唱圣名字的Harinam Mahamantra，
Not only.
吟唱
Hearing about what?
聆听什么？他会说你不是说聆听吗？聆听什么东西？
聆听这个还是开始啊，
啊
从心里晓得这个耳朵也听得到，清清楚楚的那种聆听。
，everything is about Krishna. Hearing about Krishna.
Yes.
Chanting about Krishna.
About,
Worship Krishna.
yes, everything about Krishna.
哎
His name, form, qualities, pastimes, everything.
对，没错，是有关 Krishna。Krishna 什么呢？他的形象啊，他的品格 quality， 然后他的逍遥时光，他的名声，
对，
So, hearing, chanting, then what?
他说聆听唱诵 and worship。
冥想。
meditate。 remember 冥想。
Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. This is 3 processes.
这是就是聆听然后唱诵，然后冥想回忆冥想，这3
I will
种。
teach you the Sanskrit for these.
然后 March 说他会用梵文教我们怎么念这3个字。
You can repeat after me.
跟着他念啊。
Shravanam,
Shravanam。
Shravanam, Shravanam,
Shravanam。
hearing.
就是聆听的意思 ，Shravanam。
Tell them to say it in Chinese, hearing.
聆听。 聆听哈，聆
听
听大家一起念，聆听。
Shravanam, 聆听 Shravanam, 聆听 Next, number 2.
第二个哈，
How do you say 2?
第二。
Kirtanam, Kirtanam, chanting.
念诵。
念诵 Kirtanam, Kirtanam. Number 3.
第三。
Smaranam, remembering.
冥想或者记忆，我们叫记忆还是叫
冥想。
对，记忆哈，记忆。
Remember. I'll teach them English. I will teach them English. They have to repeat the English.
他叫你们成英文了，你要跟着他念英语了。
What is it?
记忆。
Remembering. Remembering. Number 4. 第四。Number 4. Okay. Pada Sevanam. Pada Sevanam. Serving the lotus feet.
服务主的莲花服务主的莲花组，莲花组 lotus 可以是莲花 lotus
，serving
服务莲花族，莲花 means lotus 莲花，
莲花族，莲花族，Now the English. Now the English. I have to repeat.
让我们学英语哈。
Serving. Lotus. Feet. Lotus. Lotus feet. Serving the lotus feet. Pada Sevanam.
他的先呢，
你这个就可以左右
服务莲花组，服务组的莲花组，服务莲花组，服务莲花组。
That's number 4.
这是第四个啊。
Number 5.
第5。
Archanam. Archanam.
Archanam.
Archanam. Archanam. Worshipping. Worshipping.
供奉，崇拜啊，崇拜，OK， 崇拜。
Archanam means like with an altar and you're giving flowers and artik and incense. You should explain that.
Archana 的意思就是说，举个例子，像你做那些artik 的供奉啊，还有花啊，或者做一些供奉的仪式啊，就是叫供奉。
Like if you have a deity of Krishna.
举个例子，你有一个 Krishna 的那个神像。
So you are taking care of this deity.
然后你会照顾神像，对吗？
Like your own family member.
就像你照顾神像，就像照顾你自己的家人一样。
You are feeding your deity.
然后你要给东西给他喂他啦，让他吃东西
You
啊。
are putting him to sleep, waking him up.
然后你要让他睡觉啊，然后请他起床啊。
You are you are dressing him
然后给他穿衣服啊。
and decorating him
然后有时给他打扮一下啊。
and bathing him
然后有
sometimes.
时候给他沐浴啊。
And you are and you are sometimes offering so many nice things to him,
有时候给他一些很好的东
like
西啊。
beautiful flowers, garlands,
举个例子，有时候买那鲜花给他，或者给他做点花环给他戴
like
啊。
very beautiful incense.
或者给他供奉一些那个香啊，很好的香啊。
And in this way, you are doing his worship.
如果做这些的话，就叫供奉，是吧？哈，就叫供奉。供奉。
对。
That's very easy to say.
这很容易说这个。
供奉。 Correct? 供奉。
太容易了。
那真是不简单啊！
学得到。
我们学啥的学不用，那学我们俺学。
You say you learn Mandarin more easy than you can learn English.
Now you teach you English.
现在马老师教我们英语。
Okay. 供奉。 Worshipping. Worshipping. 供奉。 Worshipping. Archanam. Archanam. 供奉。 Okay, that's 5.
这是第5哈。
Number 6.
第6吗？
Vandanam.
Vandanam.
Vandanam. Vandanam. Vandanam. Vandanam. Offering prayers.
就像祈祷啊，像主祈祷就祈祷，
我就是祈祷的意思。
对，祈祷，祈祷。
祈祷。道。祈祷。Vandanam.祈祷。Vandanam. Offering. Prayers.祈祷。Offering prayers. Very good. Okay. Done. Number 7. Number 7.
第7。
Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam
这种歌诗类的吗？
Number 7 is
第7呢？
Dasyam. To become Krishna's servant?
成为主的仆人。
You have to teach me. You have to teach me.
成为主 means Lord. Dasya means 仆人。仆人。
To be servant means what? Servant.
服务。To be 成为主的仆人。主 means Lord. 主的仆人。仆人 means Dasya. 仆人。就是我们仆人。成为主的仆人。
Yeah, that's long.
他们还认识，他们喊的话，你们那边英语？英语人能说吗？
仆人。
是 Krishna 的仆人一样的。
In your life, you have to think that this is my identity. Forget about that. We don't need the book.
你会在你的生命中，你会这样想这是成为主的仆人，其实是我的那个天职来的。
Because this is the true nature of our soul.
因为这是我们的那个灵魂真正的本性
When we practice
当我们去实践
in
的时
our
候
life, thinking, "Oh, I am the servant of Krishna."
然后在你的实践生活、生命的实践中，你就这样想：我是主的仆人。
And I am the servant of my guru.
然后我是我的灵性导师的仆人。
This mood is called bhakti yoga.
这种的心碎就叫奉爱瑜伽 （bhakti yoga）。
Each one of these 9, I'm telling you, this is called bhakti yoga.
这几种9种马上去教我们的这几种，就叫这个程序就叫奉爱瑜伽 （bhakti yoga）。
There are devotees who have attained perfection by practicing only one of these processes.
有些奉献者他可能就是实现其中的一个。
But if you practice all 9,
如果你如果你修炼就是所有9种的话，
then it is more powerful.
那就更厉害了。
So, the mood of service to Krishna is called dasya.
去服务至尊主的那种心碎，成为一个仆人的，就叫 dasya 仆人。
So, dasyam. Dasyam. You tell the Chinese.
Dasyam 就是仆人。
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 仆人。
仆人。
就是仆人。
主的仆人。主的仆人。主意思是主的仆人。主的仆人。主的仆人。主的仆人。主的仆人哈。
That's number 8 now.
然后第8个了。
Sakyam.
Sakyam.
Sakyam. Sakyam. Sakyam. Sakyam. Sakyam means I consider that Krishna is my dear friend.
Sakyam 就是说我是至尊主是我的好朋友。
It comes from the Sanskrit word sakha, which means friend.
就是它来自梵文 sakha 这个字就是朋友的意思。
So sakyam means friendship.
成为主的朋友就是朋友了哈，朋友。
When you cultivate the mood that Krishna is my very dear friend.
我们要培养，就是说Krishna 是我亲密的朋友，是我亲爱的朋友。
So this is bhakti yoga.
这个就是奉爱瑜伽。
Why is Krishna our dear friend?
为什么 Krishna 我们要视他成为我们最好的朋友呢？
And actually, why is Krishna our only friend?
而且为什么要想 Krishna 只是我唯一的一个朋友呢？
Can anyone tell me why?
有没有人可以回答这一点呢？为什么我们要视 Krishna 做我们的朋友，而且唯一的亲密的朋友呢？
Can anyone tell me?
有人回答这个问题吗？
如果是一个亲密的朋友，他就毫无保留的什么都可以跟他说。
With the friend of Krishna, and you will talk to him everything about yourself. How Krishna yourself.
Yeah, because Krishna can hear you.
对，没错 ，Krishna 他可以聆听你的，他会听你的。
Actually, Krishna, he knows you, every thought, every desire that you have, everything that you've experienced in your life. Krishna knows you. He knows you better than you know yourself.
其实你知道吗 ？Krishna 比你自己更了解你的，哈，因为他听到，他能够听你，然后他会知道你的所有的你的思想、感觉或者经历的东西，每一件事情他都会知道。所以呢 ，Krishna 呢，他了解你哈，能够明白你，比你自己明白自己还要多的。
Why? Because Krishna, he is within your heart.
为什么呢？是因为 Krishna 是在你的心中的。
There is a story
那有一个
in
故事
the
哈，
Upanishads, Vedas.
在奥义书里有这样的一个故事。
It tells the story of two birds.
说到两个鸟啊，
There are two birds that are sitting on the branch of a tree.
两个鸟坐在同一个树枝上，
They're on the same branch,
同一只树枝哈，
sitting next to each other.
就站在隔壁就是了，两个鸟同站的。
The tree has many, many fruits all over on all the branches of the tree. Many, many sweet fruits are there.
树上结满了果实。
So there is one bird who is looking at the fruits,
一个
and he is going here and there and eating the fruits.
其中的一个鸟呢，就是看着这些果实，然后不停的在吃这些水果。
So that bird, he's so absorbed in eating the fruits, he doesn't even notice that there's another bird sitting next to him.
因为在吃果实的那个鸟，它是这么全神贯注哈，它根本就没有察觉，另外在身边还有一个鸟和它站着的。
The other bird, oh, he is very self-satisfied. So he doesn't need to eat any of the fruits on the tree.
在另外隔壁的那个鸟呢，因为它是完全自我满足的，所以它不需要靠树上的果实来吃来温饱的，所以它就站在那里看。
The other bird, he's sitting there very peacefully.
然后它是非常非常的那个安安静静的就站在那里。
And he's watching his friend, the bird that's eating all the fruits.
然后他看着
He's
他，
watching him.
他看着他那个另外正在吃果实的那个鸟的一举一动，
And he's waiting.
然后他等啊，
Watching and waiting and watching and waiting.
他又等又看哈，一路等一路看。
And he's waiting that, oh, when will my friend stop trying to eat all these fruits and turn in this direction and look at me, and then he will see that I am here.
然后站在他隔壁的那个鸟啊，就这样想，他说啊，不知道我的朋友什么时候才会停止在吃那个果实，把头回过来看看我，让我知道我，让他知道我是站在他的隔壁的。
Then he will see that, oh, here is my friend. He was sitting here waiting for me all this time.
然后他会想哦，我的朋友原来时常都站在我隔壁的，等着我的。
And then, oh, he will want to have a relationship with me.
哦，如果他停止在吃那个树上的果实，回过头来的话，然后知道我在等他的话，然后我们才有机会开始，就是发展我们的之间的那个沟通和友谊了。
So who are these two birds?
谁是这两个鸟呢？
And what is the tree?
这树又是什么呢？
And what is the fruit?
那果实又是怎么样呢？是什么东西呢？
The bird, the two birds are us. The
Yeah.
soul is one bird, and the other bird is Krishna.
这两个鸟就是我们啦，我们是一个灵魂，然后另外一个就是 Krishna 嘛。
The tree is this material body,
树就是象征这个物质世界，
and the fruits
果实，
are all the objects of sense enjoyment in this world.
那些果实就是这个物质世界所有的一些感官享乐的对象哈。
So, the bird who's trying to eat the fruits, that's us. That's the conditioned soul.
那个想正在吃果实树枝上的那个果实的那个鸟呢，就是我们的，那些就是指那些条下灵魂，受条件限制的灵魂，就指我们。
Because we have forgotten that our friend Krishna
因为我
is
们
sitting next to us.
因为我们完全遗忘了我们的朋友 Krishna 就是坐在我们隔壁的。
So we are distracted and always dissatisfied, trying to eat fruits and fruits.
然后我们就是distracted 是
Distracted means our attention is pulled here and there.
哦，对。然后我们的使到这样的，让我们分心分散了，然后让我们就只是会有兴趣吃那些找那些果实吃啊，吃那树上的果啊，这样。
So, in this way, never satisfied. In this way, trying to eat the fruits and everything, we are never satisfied.
如果是这样，我们只是吃树上的果的话，很难得到满足的。
But the other bird is Krishna, who is within our heart.
但是另外一个鸟，那个鸟就是 Krishna， 其实它是住在我们的心中的。
He is the Pabmanabha. That means he is the supreme soul. He is with us.
它是在我们心中的那个超灵啊，至尊超灵。
In every body,
在每一个人
there are
的心中，
two souls,
每一个人的心中有两个灵魂的，
not one soul.
不是一个的，记住。
There is the Atma,
有一
the
个，
tiny jiva.
那个阿玛就是我们威灵的一个威
As I
灵，
told you the other day, 1/10,000th the tip of a human hair.
就是之前告诉我们的，就是说1/1000的，
And next to him, next to us,
在我们这个，
is Krishna.
在我们这个威灵的隔壁有一个 Krishna，
He is the Paramatma.
他是 Pabmanabha 阿玛
Paramatma.
阿玛，阿玛
He knows everything.
，Means super soul，
Yes.
就是超灵嘛，他知道所有的一切，
He knows everything about us.
他知道一切关于我们的一切，他知道我们的所有的一切。
Because he's even inside of our heart.
因为是他甚至是住在我们的心中的，
He knows everything
他知道所有的一切，
that has happened in this life and in past lives.
他知道我们今生的还有前世的，
He also knows future.
他更知道将来的。
So, yoga,
所以瑜伽，
this word yoga,
瑜伽的意思，
you saw our Gurudev explain what is yoga.
看到我们的灵性导师须拉夫德解释了什么是瑜伽。
Yoga means to connect,
瑜伽的意思就是说连接的意思。
to make a link between two.
That is Indira.